we could definitely be seeing Harry Kane making a move to the club Chelsea. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. Just make it a point to subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on anything that's the Chelsea chapter has to bring to you, as long as it is Chelsea related. Right about here at the Chelsea chapter, we bring to you the latest straight as it is. After a long period of time, Chelsea's looking at making sure they can get a top striker, a very good forward, because there has been quite a big, I could say, drought of goals at the club Chelsea, with Chelsea having a very good football players, but the forwards are the football players at the front line are not making a big impact. Not enough goals are going into the net. That's what I mean. And Chelsea is now looking at getting football players who will get the ball into the net. I mean, most of the sections of Chelsea are alright. The defense could be somewhat okay. And I mean, the defense could be okay, the midfield could be okay, goalkeeping section could be okay, but we are not seeing enough goals going into the opponent's net. We did not see that in the last season. So as it is right about now, Todd Boehly, who is the co-owner of Chelsea, has said there is definitely a big problem at the club Chelsea, and what the problem is lack of goals. Chelsea needs a player that is going to score more than 20 goals in a season, and that's why they are now putting their focus on Harry Kane. However, Chelsea is putting their focus on Harry Kane, but Harry Kane is being haunted for by quite many clubs with a lot of competition. It will be remembered that Real Madrid want this gentleman quite badly, and not only does Real Madrid want this gentleman, the club that has been linked to this gentleman is Manchester United. So it could be tight competition for Chelsea to get this gentleman, as Harry Kane is needed by Real Madrid, is needed by Chelsea, and is needed by Manchester United. Who is going to take this gentleman? Who is going to have the advantage of having a 20 plus goal scoring football player? Because I don't know of any club that could say no to Harry Kane right about now, because he's not that old that he's not going to score. He's 29 years. If Chelsea can get this gentleman for around 5 years, that could definitely be a very good thing. And I mean, Chelsea has young football players in almost every section. Every section has quite very young football players. Older football players, experienced football players is what Chelsea definitely needs right about now. And looking at who can fit in this position is Harry Kane. If Chelsea definitely get Harry Kane, that will be a deal that is quite good for the club. Anyway, some people asking, where does Kane play for? Kane plays for Tottenham Hotspur. What can you give us the bio of Harry Kane? Anyway, Harry Edward Kane, who is known as Harry Kane, is an English professional football player, plays as a striker for Premier League club Tottenham Hotspur, and captains the English national team. And Kane is regarded as one of the best strikers in the world right about now. You will remember that Harry Kane is 29 years of age and was born on the 28th of July 1993. His current teams are Tottenham Hotspur, who is a number 10. Is a very good forward for Tottenham Hotspur, and also the English national team plays as his shirt number is 9. Anyway, it will be remembered that let me see why I can talk about this gentleman. His height, I need to find out his height is quite tall enough. Anyway, let's talk more about this gentleman and joining the club Chelsea. I think if there is, for some reason, I know he's competitive, and he will be more than 100. His market value will be more than 100 million pound. But if Chelsea can pay 100 million pound for football players who have not performed, I think they should be in this race 100%. If there is a football player that Chelsea should buy, I think it should be Harry Kane, because of the drought of goals. I mean, if you see how many goals Chelsea has scored last season, there are very few goals, and that's why it tells you that a goal scorer is definitely needed, and not just a goal scorer, but one that is going to be at the front line every time. And when he is at the front line, he's scoring. It's not a matter of being at the front line. We need to see the statistics of Harry Kane and see why he is why he's regarded as one of the best. Remember that he's only playing for Tottenham Hotspur, and this could be a disadvantage for the club Chelsea, because he could want him. Harry Kane could want to extend his stay at Chelsea, despite being linked to all these clubs. Harry Kane could want to stay at the club Chelsea because he would want that status of being a legend at the club. Chelsea's Tottenham Hotspur, to stay at the club Tottenham Hotspur, because he's been there. He's played almost his entire life for only England and Chelsea. So, looking at how many goals he scored, it's all double digits per season. Ever since he joined Chelsea, it's always, in the Premier League, it's always double digits. And since 2014 to the current date, I'll tell you what he's definitely scored. And it will be remembered that in season 2014-2015, in 34 appearances, Harry Kane managed to score 21 goals and made a wonderful 4 assists. And he's not got any red card, but he got 4 yellow cards, displayed quite well. And season 2015-2016, he scored 25 goals in 38 appearances. I mean, this is what the club Chelsea definitely needs. And he only made 1 assist. And season 2016-2017, he scored 29 goals in 30 appearances. And I think his best season was season 2017-2018, where he managed to score 30 goals in 37 appearances. That was epic. That was magic. And season 20, in scoring all these goals in Tottenham Hotspurs, I mean, he's helped Tottenham Hotspurs for quite a long period of time. And 2018-2019, he scored 17 goals in 28 appearances. Then season 2019-2020, he scored 18 goals in 29 appearances. All these are double digits. And that's what any club definitely needs. Season 2019-2020, we say this 18, and then some 2020, so 2021, he scored 23 goals in 35 appearances. And so 2021, so 2022, he scored 17 goals in 37 appearances. Then last season, he scored more than 25 goals in the last season. Definitely, that shows you the kind of football player he is. He's definitely a very good one. And when we talk about scoring, definitely, if you talk about scoring and you're not talking about Harry Kane, then you've got a problem with you. And the fact that there's quite a lot of drama going on at Chelsea, I don't know whether him as a football player, he would want to join a club that has quite big drama with managers changing managers every now and then also management not doing not being at their best. So some things must change, and also he's getting first team football, so he will definitely be looking at first team football. Let's see his market price. We need to see the market price of this gentleman, Harry Kane's market value. Market value for Harry Kane as it stands in the year 2023. What is Harry Kane's market value? So Harry Kane's current transfer value is between £67.4 million to £111.3 million. But I can confirm to you that with these clubs that need this gentleman, this player Harry Kane is not going to be below £100 million, because a club like Real Madrid is willing to inject in a lot of money. A club like Manchester United has the money and they're willing to inject in. So Chelsea has to know that if they are going for him, they're going to spend. If Chelsea is going for Harry Kane, is going to spend this amount of money, a lot of money, loads and loads of money for Harry Kane. So we could see this gentleman definitely joining the club Chelsea, and if he joins Chelsea, then that's gonna be quite a brilliant. So Hurricane current transfer value, as I've told you, is 67.4 million pound, and also 112.3 million pound. His latest transfer from Tottenham to Leicester City in 2013. Leicester loaned Hurricane for free transfer. Tottenham Hotspurs. Hurricane latest transfer rumors. That's it. Season statistics and careers is what we are definitely going to be talking about. Anyway, as we were talking about Hurricane and also his statistics and where he's been playing for and stuff like that. As we told you, it should be put in consideration that it's not Chelsea that wants this gentleman only, and not Chelsea only. Loads of clubs definitely want this gentleman, and he's been playing brilliantly. He's been playing quite well in the Premier League, and then also not only in the Premier League. He's played quite well in the Premier League, and also when it comes to UEFA Champions League, he's proved that he can score goals there. He's scored also in the EFL Cup, he's scored in the Europa League, he's scored in the International Cup Champions Cup. International Champions Cup is played in the Audi Cup in 2019. Is played in the MLS All Star. In this also scored there. Definitely, no matter where you put him, he'll always score. So it's gonna be a very brilliant season for the club Chelsea, if at all they get this gentleman, because Chelsea already has these good football players. Chelsea has the good football players, young and talented football players at Chelsea, definitely, undoubtedly, but experienced is what Chelsea should be looking at right about now. Experience. If a football player has scored all these goals, then what else are you looking for in a football player? He's scored the goals. He's proven that it's not even a problem that Chelsea definitely faced the last season is he brought football players from Europe, from other leagues, not from the Premier League. And they have to adapt, and they might take some time to adapt. But Chelsea knows all the corners of the Premier League clubs. Definitely knows the players in there is played against them. There's nothing that is new that you're going to tell Harry Kane in the Premier League, because he's a very good one, and he's proved that he can score against Premier League rivals, against Premier League clubs. So there's nothing much that you're going to put on the table for him that is going to be quite new. So you're signing an already made star. If Chelsea signs Harry Kane, then that definitely means Chelsea is signing one that's just going to come and start scoring, a football player that's going to come today and start scoring tomorrow, and that's what any club definitely needs. So although Todd Bowley said that he's restructuring the club for the next generation for a few more years, he should also realize that a few years can also start from now, and you have to start from somewhere, and you need experienced football players, and that's why football players like Harry Kane can bring a big impact to the club Chelsea. And I think if Chelsea need to sign any football player, should be Harry Kane, and it will be great if the club Chelsea signs Harry Kane, because we could be seeing the game of numbers increasing. Chelsea scoring quite many football many goals. Chelsea getting quite a big number of goals, which was very scarce and extremely scarce the last season. So, with quite a big number of football players that we could be seeing leaving the club Chelsea, Chelsea also should be looking at getting very, very good football players, very wonderful football players this time round, and also experienced football players like Harry Kane. Harry Kane being on the hands of by Real Madrid, showing interest in this gentleman, and also Manchester United also showing big interest in this gentleman, and now Chelsea coming out and saying they want this gentleman. We're going to see the numbers of the amounts in which he could be got increasing, and also a lot of competition for him with the best club. I should say the best club is going to take this gentleman. Anyway, make it a point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your host, as we have been looking at the transfer of Harry Kane to the club Chelsea and how possible this could be. Thank you and goodbye for now.